Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Horse Lords. In our last episode we won our war against Kara Kitai and ended up with some kind of troublesome feudal vassals down here, which is okay I suppose, but we'd probably like to maybe try to revoke that land or something later. In any case, we are in another war already with the Khwarezmids to try and take the Duchy of Atil over here, which is all non-feudal and very useful open grazing land, which we are very interested in acquiring. We have our army on the way down here. Their army is no longer visible. I think it must have gone in this direction somewhere, so I think we'll actually head this way instead and try and find it if we can. They've also called in the Bulgar Revolt, which actually we probably could have declared a simultaneous war on the Bulgar Revolt to try and take this county while we were at it, but I guess we lost the opportunity to do that. Anyway, we'll unpause and see if we can actually intercept his army wherever it might be. Yep, it was over that way. You often run and wrestle to keep fit. It is a hunger and desire for the hunt that drives you, and you often see the movement patterns of wolves before your inner eye as you train. So we gain the trait strong. This is fantastic. I guess we'll probably get to keep wolf's blood as well, or let's hope so. Apparently we do. Okay. Amazing. So he seems to be headed up in the direction of the target duchy here. Maybe he's after my vassal's army. We may not be able to get there in time to help, but we'll try. Yeah, I think we will definitely not get there in time. Meanwhile, our niece has come of age and is a Grey Eminence, and a pretty good character overall. Well, I suppose we don't really care about marrying her to anyone important since we won't get an alliance out of it. Maybe we'll try to marry her to somebody and gain some good characters to appoint as commanders or something. If we could get some quick, strong characters, that could be useful. A strong 2-year-old. I guess it would have to be matrilineal, otherwise the characters won't end up in our court. Strong and quick 52-year-old, a Subutai, of course. Well, I guess she can marry Subutai. He's infirm, so actually he's unlikely to actually reproduce, but sure. Why not? Okay, so that battle is indeed a loss for us, but we are going to arrive there on the 14th of June and not actually catch him, so we'll continue on. Let's leave a small detachment of troops here to take possession of this province. We are not able to build forts as nomadic governments, so unfortunately we do have to keep some troops there to actually retain possession of it. Though I had thought Joki to be a more reasonable man, his request to be allowed to duel his rival was slightly erratic. He claimed to be constantly subject to affronts from his rival and asked for permission to defend his honor. Guess we don't get to know who his rival is, we'll just allow it. Apparently he survived the duel. And meanwhile they've taken possession of one of my counties, and there is a Bulgar army, which we are hostile to, though it is not involved in this war directly, so we'll try to ignore that if possible. I assume we're hostile to them on account of the Bulgar Revolt. We're at war with them. This should be an easy battle. Gets us 1% war score. Not sure really whether it's worth our time to try to hold the entire duchy. Doesn't necessarily seem like spending over 1,000 troops on that is going to be a good idea. Though he only has 3,000 or so himself. I suppose we could do that. We do have plenty of troops available thanks to our vassal clans. Will you just go there? We have been sent a patriarch from Alania to preach to us. He can do his preaching from the dungeons. We will not be listening. And I guess they have forts in here. So we do have to actually siege those down. Seems to be happening pretty quickly though. He is complaining about his dark cell in the dungeon. Well, we'll try to ransom him. Won't say no to a free 10 gold. And I guess we'll send our army down here to try and siege his capital. Maybe fight his army too. We have a pressable weak claim, but probably not much reason to do anything about that. Okay, so now the Bulgars themselves are in, as well as Rajasthan. From over here. Okay. Well, it looks like we're going to fight his army over here. We are going to catch them. Given the numbers, should be a pretty easy battle. And my wife is pregnant, good. Won the battle, another 6% war score. And siege another county. We do have to make sure that we protect our troops from any other armies that might come and attack these small stacks, including the Bulgars here. I guess in the fort provinces we don't actually get to keep the fort once we siege it down, we just remove it. So I'm assuming if we leave with this army, then we'll lose possession. And in any case, we are probably not going to get enough troops there to adequately defend this from this army, so we should, I guess, just leave. We get there on the 21st of January. We will not get out on time, so unfortunately we're going to have to say goodbye to this army, probably. But that's okay. We aren't going to catch them. We have enough troops up here to fight that army, though, so we'll just stay down here and siege the capital. Okay, heading to Uzen, the 20th of February. We are going to get out of there in time. Our vassals are heading north, which is good. They can hopefully fight this Bulgar army for us. So we're going to have to try and leave again. And we are not going to get out on time. Don't know if the Bulgars are hostile to this army from Alania. I'm assuming not if they're willing to come in here. But we'll try and get out. Yep, definitely not. Let's hope this guy gets here on time. Because otherwise we're losing this battle as well. He is not going to get there on time. But he is going to be able to follow up and defeat the army for us, which is great. I guess he's just going to follow my army at this point. The Seljuk Sultanate has been called in, okay. Well, I guess we'll just go up here and try and catch this army. Which we aren't going to do. I guess we'll just let them leave and fight these guys instead. Which again, we're not going to do. Okay. A daughter was born to my half-brother and heir. Okay. If we change their mind about going there, we'll maybe be able to catch them now. And we did. Oh, and Subutai, the badass that he is, managed to conceive a child despite his infirmity. Who is quick. I guess it wouldn't have mattered in that case whether the marriage was matrilineal or not, since the other character was also in our court anyway. So that's not really a big deal either way though. So we took the holding here. I guess we'll just abandon this siege as well and go and fight this army too. And we had a son born who is strong. Great. Maybe we'll try and make him our heir if possible. And Subutai has died bedridden and infirm. At least he managed to have a son before he died. But that leaves us with no marshal, so we'll have to appoint somebody else. And our half-brother is a good candidate for the job. In fact, it's his ambition as well, so we'll appoint him, and I guess we'll just have him train warriors for increased manpower growth. So we're pretty down on war score thanks to not controlling any of our target duchy. I guess we'll send a detachment up here to actually take some of that. If our vassals stick with them, they should be strong enough to hold off any attacks from the Bulgars, hopefully. The Mongol Empire, which Mongol Empire? Let's find out. This one, I guess? No? Oh, it is that one, okay. I just didn't click on the capital. He wants to marry Commander, who is of his dynasty. I wonder if that's his heir. It's not. No, it's only my niece anyway, though, so it wouldn't be an alliance in any case. I'll just accept. Incidentally, I said that this whole splitting of the Mongol Empire into two Mongol Empire things seemed like something that shouldn't happen, and indeed I think that's one of the things that's fixed in the beta patch, which I am not currently playing on. I'm waiting for the actual patch to come out. But it seems like that was indeed a bug. The Mongol Empire will no longer attempt to settle as feudal. Apparently we can call in Comania again. I think we tried to before and they refused, so we'll just decline to do that for the moment. Just siege a few holdings down here. And if they look like they're taking this back, I guess we'll go and chase them out of there. Uh-oh. The Seljuks have a decently sized army down here at this point. You are... Where are you going? Uzan. Seljuks are headed up here. They might be trying to attack this army. We might have to retreat if they look like they're heading our way. And they are. So we'll have to give up our occupation again for the moment. It looks like they are hostile to another army down there that they're fighting. That's fine. So they've lost most of that army, which is good news. And the Khwarezmids have given up on trying to siege this back apparently, which is also fine. We're looking pretty high on manpower. I guess we lost a few horde units in those losing battles that we had, so we're gaining manpower at a faster rate since we don't have to reinforce them. I guess we could consider building a few more. Probably for gold rather than prestige at this point, since we're a bit low on prestige. Seljuk Revolt has been called in, okay. I guess I'll move this. Oh, I guess we were actually maintaining possession of that, so we'll stay there. Or were we? We don't seem to be getting credit for it. Well, we took another holding down here, that's something at least. Okay, we're definitely getting credit for holding some of our target duchy now, so that's fine. And I definitely think we can afford to build at least a couple more horde units. We are still at a positive income. So let's see, why don't we build 2 of these ones and 2 of the 25 gold ones. Still leave us about 150 gold and a decent amount of manpower. Will be another 1,000 troops, which hopefully will be pretty helpful. Send them over in this direction. We can righteously imprison our half-brother, okay. Probably no particular reason to, though. We're losing some occupations to some armies over here. This is the Iconoclast Uprising. Well, we definitely don't want to fight them. And these are raiders, okay. We're just going to ignore these since they're not actually part of the war. And this army is going to run directly into here, but assuming it's fully reinforced by then, we should be able to take it pretty easily. Especially if we put some better commanders in charge. Let's not lead troops ourselves. Just for the moment. Okay, we took another holding. And our half-brother had a son. Good for him. And there is a pretty large Bulgar army over here, or Deacon army, which in any case is hostile to us. So we won that battle easily enough. Apparently didn't get very much war score from it, and our High Chief, I assume, is causing trouble again. In fact, it's not. It's one of our vassal Khans. Vicious rumors. Okay. Well, I don't like that. Can't really afford to send him a gift of that size. He already has an honorary title. Guess we can't form a blood out with him. Oh, I guess they are already blood brothers with each other, and you can only have one blood brother. Let's see. It's kind of unfortunate. I guess we'll just have to hope he does not revolt for the moment. Actually, we can use our Chancellor to improve opinions with him. So why don't we do that? Seems like a better idea. So he's over here. And where did that army go? That was up here somewhere. No idea. Alright. Okay, well I guess we'll just keep sieging holdings and fighting any armies that we can find that are hostile and actually part of the war, but we'll have to wait for the next episode because we are out of time for now. So thanks for watching, and join me again next time.